Welcome to the overview of how PageGate sends messages. In this tutorial, we'll be going over the delivery methods PageGate supports for sending data. Most commonly, PageGate is used as a messaging platform, and most of its protocols deal with message delivery of some variety, whether that's sending text messages, pages, email, API calls, or something else. However, some supported protocols allow you to connect PageGate to other platforms with innovative approaches that allow for two-way messaging, complex filtering, and a high level of both failover and redundancy. Currently, PageGate supports protocols that allow you to send text messages with cellular hardware, SMS delivery services, carrier enterprise systems and carrier public gateways, send email directly from PageGate's mail server or relay through your SMTP server, send pages using Internet, modem, serial, and TCP to terminal methods, use web forms, web APIs, REST APIs, SOAP APIs, and similar, use XMPP chat systems, send faxes by modem or Microsoft fax server, output raw content to a serial port, or to an IP address via TCP. And it can also output a file to a local or UNC path. To say that there are numerous ways that you could implement the program would be an understatement. As a few examples, you could have the program deliver text messages, pages, and email all at the same time, while also scanning for reply text messages. You could then scan the reply text messages for certain keywords and key phrases to determine what should happen next, whether that's delivering the reply to a recipient or group, triggering an update to another system's API, running a script, or potentially everything at once. So let's talk about how PageGate delivers messages. First, let's go over text messaging. There are two primary styles of SMS delivery: Internet and hardware. Of the two, cellular hardware generally tends to be more reliable, as it sends text messages just like a cell phone does. There's no Internet to SMS translation gateway involved. Cellular hardware comes in two varieties: modem and gateway. Cellular modems are easier to use with physical systems, as they connect by USB or RS-232, and cellular gateways are easier to use with virtual systems, as they can be reached by TCP from the virtual machine. PageGate supports many different command sets and interaction methods for cellular hardware, and the specific makes and models of devices you interact with don't necessarily matter to the program. What matters is that your hardware supports a method of receiving text message delivery commands, whether that's an AT command set, a custom command language, and whether or not it accepts connections by Telnet, SSH, or direct connection. Examples of cellular hardware we've seen work well over the years can be found in our documentation. The section you'll be interested in is how PageGate sends messages, SMS delivery methods, cellular hardware. In the context of Internet-based text message delivery, there are carrier public gateways, carrier enterprise systems, general text message delivery services, public safety delivery services, and medical industry delivery services. A detailed breakdown of each service can be found in our How PageGate Sends SMS tutorial, but let's go through a brief overview here. Many carriers support email to SMS as a free method of delivering messages. However, the public gateways are not always reliable and are volume restricted fairly tightly. General text message delivery services, like Amazon Web Services Simple Notification System, Twilio, MessageBird, and similar, offer some free and generally low-cost SMS delivery solutions. Senders in the public safety industry have specialized text message delivery services like Active 911, I'm Responding, and similar. Senders in the medical industry also have specialized text message delivery services for HIPAA compliance, like Tiger Connect, DocHalo, Volt, and similar. Again, have a look at our How PageGate Sends Text Messages video tutorial, or have a look in the How to Send Messages, SMS Delivery Methods section of the documentation. Next, let's go over email. SMTP is the protocol used to deliver email, and PageGate has a mail server as a core part of the program. This means you can configure PageGate to deliver email on behalf of your email domain just like any other mail server would. However, to do so, you will need to provision PageGate as a mail server in your email domain's DNS records. Alternately, PageGate can relay your email traffic through any SMTP server you have access and permission to use, just like an email client. Now let's go over interacting with internet-based APIs. PageGate supports using the HTTP GET and POST methods for interacting with any API you may need. JSON, XML, HTML, and any other format may be used when configuring a template to interact with your required APIs. For more information, have a look at the How to Send Messages using Web Forms, Web, REST, and SOAP APIs section of the documentation. For clients that need to message pagers, PageGate offers protocols that allow you to communicate with on-site paging hardware, as well as pagers hosted through companies like Spoke, USA Mobility, and American Messaging. If your pagers are hosted through a company, PageGate supports delivering those messages by SNPP, WCTP, and SMTP or email, as well as using a dial-up modem to use with the TAP protocol. If your pagers are hosted through an on-site paging terminal, PageGate supports serial/RS-232, modem, and TCP delivery to the TAP terminal. Now we're going to get into a few miscellaneous methods available in the program. PageGate has the ability to use XMPP chat systems, like Cisco's Jabber, and can use them to send messages to your recipients. PageGate also offers the ability to send faxes by dial-up modem or through a local or network-available Microsoft fax server, which allows the program multiple potential pathways to deliver faxes. The program can also output raw formatted content to either a serial port or IP address. This can be useful for one-way communication with a heartbeat program or other receiving system that can parse out the content output by PageGate. And last, we have a delivery method that isn't usually used to deliver messages, the file protocol. This protocol gives PageGate the ability to output messages as a file to a local directory or network share path. This protocol also allows you to trigger scripts, including PowerShell scripts, JavaScripts, or any other type of script you might need to execute. To give you a few ideas of how this protocol could be used, you might use it for record keeping, where a copy of every message sent is written to a directory for record keeping. You could also have all reply text messages written as a file to a path that PageGate's getASCII module can monitor. This would allow PageGate to monitor reply messages for certain keywords or key phrases, then deliver the reply to more than one distribution group or to anyone you might need. Effectively, the file protocol is handy for record keeping and for generating content that needs to be processed through one of PageGate's filtering systems, in addition to triggering scripts that make things happen in other platforms. This concludes the video tutorial overview of how PageGate sends messages. For more information, including detailed breakdowns of how to send text messages, email, and pages, please visit our website, www.notepage.net.